Five.
Hello everyone to Irondice mode. We've had a malfunction in Samuel.
Samuel's doing great.
I hit the record button. I did hit it because there is a minute and a half of Samuel Session 5 recorded. I don't know why or how it stopped recording. I have absolutely no idea. But we played about an hour of Samuel Session 5. And it's been pretty impactful. Why don't we summarize what has happened here?
Yeah. I think basically I had after Operation Lead a Horse to Water, I sent some troops to pick up the ships and I got all the prisoners back to the place. I talked to Captain Agnes. She glazed me a little bit, told me good job, and I went to bed. And I decided I would interrogate. I gave her some of my concerns about Archwizard Gregory and about the possibility that there might be another person, like a brains behind the whole operation. Gave her those concerns, and then I went to bed. The next morning, Samuel took a break, got some coffee, a croissant from rye bread, and then I was called to speak to the Countess, where I was informed that I was being promoted because Agnes was being promoted to Master of Arms for the Countess. They needed a new guard captain, and so Samuel was promoted to guard captain.
However,
Big thing. However, Samuel doesn't want to be stuck behind a desk this entire time, so I was given permission to promote my own deputy captain to do the paperwork side of captaining while I go and do operations.
yes.
And in my position as captain, I also made the executive decision to add a third member of the captainry, someone to be the quartermaster, the go-between between me and my deputy.
Which you named the lieutenant.
The kind of all-rounder. I named him lieutenant. I gave that position to Akko, and then we rolled a bunch of dice for like random characters.
We spent like 35 minutes randomizing NPC stats and rolling charisma check for Samuel to see like how many people does he know, how in the know is he, who would make a good guy. You nailed a great check there. You rolled an 11 on your 13 stat for charisma. It was sick. You got some good options of who would make a suitable high intelligence deputy captain. We found the who did we find, Timmy?
Pontus, who was up till this point the guy who ran the dungeons. And so I went and talked to him, I promoted him to deputy captain, and then I went and talked to Akko and gave him this lieutenant position.
Yeah. Pontus has 12 strength, 9 dex, 14 con. He has a wound to his gut from his youth.
No, 4 con. You said 14 con.
Oh, sorry, 4 con. Yeah, he has 4 con. He has a wound to his gut from his youth where he got some of his stomach cut out and he's just barely alive after a bunch of infection, but he's sickly. But then he has 16 intelligence, 14 wisdom, and 10 charisma, which has made him very suitable for the desk pusher job. We kept rolling old man, and Timmy didn't want an old man for the position, but literally everyone who was suitable, we rolled an age and a gender for, and it was basically all old men, except one young guy with terrible wisdom.
Yeah.
Which was, that was a moment of meaning, I think, in D&D dice rolling, when the young guy had low wisdom. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was good. Anyway, we are just setting up our offices. There's 3 of us, and we can't all fit in one office. So I'm like gonna requisition a couple adjacent rooms. To make sure we all have room.
You've also been told basically the job you were given was to be proactive more so than rather than be given these missions of like, hey, solve this mystery. You are to run the safety operations proactively. Go after what you think you need to go after. Set up controls where you need to think controls. Like, go find the crime yourself. Mm-hmm. That was the mission you were given in your new role, and you were knighted. You became Kel Samuel.
Yes, I was knighted. I forgot to mention this.
That was pretty important. We knighted you. We did a ceremony for it.
Yeah, I got knighted in addition to my promotion.
Yes. And to anyone watching who hasn't been watching the David sessions, I have stolen the title Kel from the Koibu world, where it's a gender-neutral knightly title for all knights. I use it specifically for the royal knights who are knights of the nobility. I have a different category of knights who are knights of the clergy. I haven't given them a title yet. I'm still labbing that one out of my head. But
Yeah. Well, basically, all the rest of it happens that we did some lore dumping on like Chaldeus geopolitics
yeah.
and some other shit.
Which, if
that
you
isn't,
watch
like,
the Lucius, you
prevalent.
can learn all that by watching Lucius. I was catching Timmy up on all the stuff we've been learning in Lucius about the
All right, so
counties and the relationships.
yeah. So you missed the cool promotion moment, but other than that, nothing crazy. Yeah.
Great.
So I requisitioned some nearby rooms. Is it still recording?
It is recording. I was just eyeing it.
All right, good. We requisitioned some nearby rooms, and we set up me, Pontus, and Akko up with our own. Either all three of us have our own office, or like me and Akko could share our office, because we won't be in the office all day. But Pontus definitely needs like his own room.
Mm.
And then I want, once we're settled in, I would like to, like, sometime in the evening, I want to like call a meeting of
Who is
all
called to
the
this meeting?
guards.
All the guards.
All the guards. Well, not all the guards. Like we need, like, guards who are like on like night duty guards, like at like shift change at like 8 p.m. before everyone goes home. Like the night duty guards who are out, which is like a minority of guards.
I love that you took a shift change. Obviously, you just took the time that you do shift change in your job. Because I know you do night shift and day shift at your job. It's 8 p.m. when you shift change.
I shift change at 6 and 7.
Oh, okay. Okay, you didn't just take it from your job then. That's funny.
Whenever shift changes.
Right.
But like when the night guards go out and the day guards come back in. Because I assume like most people are day guards, right? The night guards are a minority of the
there's maybe like 30 night guards, maybe 40, and then the others are day guards.
Yeah, so they can hear the footnotes later. But like the 70 main guards, I'd like to call everybody to a meeting and basically just like introduce. The plan is here to like introduce myself.
I'll give the speech.
And the new system. So I'll walk up and I'll say, thank you all for staying behind for just a moment before you head home for the day. I just want to introduce myself for those who don't know me. My name is Captain Samuel. And I'm your new guard captain. Captain Agnes has taken a higher position as the Countess's Master-at-Arms. And in my new position, I'm going to make some changes to the command structure a little bit. This, to my right, is Lieutenant Akko. He is going to be the man to come to if you have any grievances or concerns or reports that need to reach me at the quickest possible convenience. He is your thoroughfare towards me and my second in command. I, unlike Captain Agnes, I'm going to be more active and out in the field with all of you in the courses of my duties. I'm going to be proactive in stopping people from doing harm to our people and to our city. On that note, because I will be out of the keep, Deputy Captain Pontius will be dealing with... Pontus will be dealing... Pontius Pilot. Pontus will be dealing with the paperwork and keep-related duties of the captainry. Give them their respect. They are as of equal to me, and they are your direct superiors. My door, or the proverbial door, is always open. You can speak to me about any concerns you have at any time. And I hope you go out there, do your jobs well, stay safe, and keep our city safe.
There's actually quite a lot of positivity in the crowd hearing this message. It seems like there's a murmur going around of general approval of you being more out in the field rather than having a leader who's stuck behind the doors.
Yeah. And I want to say, I know that many of you know my command from Operation Needle Horse to Water, and although...
Someone snickers that name.
And although the operation was a success, I want you to know that I take no pride in the men we lost that day. And I will do my utmost to make sure that your jobs are as safe as they can possibly be. Your lives are not worth less than the citizens. And we're going to make this place safe. Sign off.
So, Kel Samuels starting police unions?
Yes,
Hell
probably.
yeah.
If I mean, not literally, because I don't think he is
No.
like smart enough to like think of the concept of a union.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like in modern
It'd be
times, he
funny.
would.
It'd be funny.
If Kel was a more modern character, it would be absolutely true.
Yeah. Great. Well done. Welcome to Spreadsheets and Dragons. It's a very fun game system. Where we are now leading a big organization. Luckily, we have our spreadsheet automation bot Pontus.
Yeah, and the spreadsheet automation second bot Akko.
Yeah. So, what are your? This is a little bit of a skill test for you as a D&D player, because this is me giving you a lot of control over the agency of this campaign. What are Samuel's goals, and what are his ideas for how to start achieving them?
Well, there's a couple things. I think Samuel's goals is he wants to win the information war. I think is what he wants. And I think this is
Samuel
a big part
Alex Jones.
No! No!
It's the wizards! They're turning the fucking frogs gay!
No! Okay. Listen.
We have to storm Ignalia right now!
Samuel wants to win the information war. I'm not changing it because that is what that is. He stole it. Just like he stole the frogs and made them gay. The information. He wants to win the information. He wants to know everything about this city. That's what he wants. And this is, I think, a large part of why he made the position of lieutenant for Akko to fill. And that Akko, at least narratively, is like the spy, even though he's got bad perception. But like that's like what he's done in the narrative.
He's not necessarily a good spy, but he is a spy.
We know a lot about bad spies, don't we?
He's a bit of a smith.
He's a bit of a smith, indeed.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Insider jokes are okay, it's my show.
It's my show. Anyway. Yeah, so like my goal for him is like I want him to be like the node that connects all of the guards. Because like the guards like, you know, are like in an organization like this, they're quite solitary. Like, you know, you are positioned at the northeast gate, you stand there all day, you go home.
There's a lot of
right.
Let's talk about Robur security, right? So Robur has a bunch of checkpoints. You got the port, which has a bit of a port authority, right? Where that's where Marina is the administrator of the port authority, but there's some guards under her that she can call upon when they're needed, right? For some muscle. Even though there's not, Agnes had never put too much muscle there, which is why someone like Mickey could be hired to be like extra security down there. It's just a hired hand.
Yeah.
Then you have the inner gates and the outer gates. You have the inner gates block off like inside city stuff between the dock district and the main city. And this was always a thing of like, it's just a helpful thing for taxation, right? Like, as long as you're keeping your goods inside of the inner city, they're not taxed. They're only taxed when they properly leave the walls, right? And it's cross-checked with the record. That's why Marina has to make records so that when it leaves the walls, they can double-check those records and it can be made sure, right? And again, Marina gets a lot of help with this because most of the like initial taxation is done in Ryad, and so a lot of income is brought up from Ryad to Robur because just bringing things into the bay itself, that's taxed at Ryad. So that's why you don't need to be taxed when you just come into like the dock part of town and the inner town, because that's already been taxed in Ryad. It's only bringing it out of Robur, bringing it out into the outer city. If you want to like travel it north to Cagium or something, that's when it needs to get taxed again at the inner walls, right? And a lot of that income is then sent up further up to Cagium, because Cagium, of course, you know, like Riot, Lusum, and Cusel, they send part of their income to Robur. Robur sends part of its income to Cagium. And so that's how everything rolls up the chain, you know?
Right.
No one here pays state tax. You just pay your local taxes, and then cuts of local taxes are paid upwards, you know?
Right, absolutely. Anyway. Makes sense. But regardless, like the concept for this is like you like you're a guard at the East Gate, and you kind of like you sit in the guardhouse and you do your work, and like you don't really like interact with too many of the other guards or like other positions in the city. I want a more interconnected guard force, which is like kind of what Akko's job is. Akko is like the node that connects everyone. Akko is supposed to be like the guy who goes and talks to everybody and be like, "Hey, see anything interesting lately? What's the stuff?" I might institute like. I don't imagine that. I imagine a huge part of the guard force is not literate.
Sure.
Which makes it a problem. But I want to make sure like every area has like someone literate that can write like a report every day, like a quick like 1-page report, like what happened today, anything interesting, give some stuff. I want more information. And that's kind of what Akko's job is. Akko goes around, talks to everybody, and then if I need him to do something specific, I can send him to do something specific. But he's the guy who connects everybody into a more cohesive structure rather than like something like a little bit more decentralized, which is kind of what a guard force like this is naturally.
Yep.
So in doing that, I hope to make sure that like operations like the tunnel at the East Gate are no longer possible. I don't want it to be possible for one guard to just be able to do that, because everyone will kind of be more aware of everybody else, and so it'll be harder to go under the radar.
You're really taking the authoritarian small country route of, I'm gonna stamp out corruption. How? With my own corruption. No, I'm not saying you're corrupt. I'm just saying it's a funny way to phrase it.
Yes, I have the power, and so I will make sure that nobody else has like the power to do anything against me.
That one interview with the politician guy in some African country, I don't know which one, I'm sorry, I'm racist, where, like, he gets interviewed, and he's like, when my enemies do it, corruption is evil. I defeat it, and I condemn it greatly. But when I do it, it is for good. This is a real interview, but he says that straight up. It's one of the greatest videos on the internet of all time.
Incredible stuff. Genius politician.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's like the kind of like general plan for like, what I'm going to do. And the goal of this information is I want to know everything that goes in and out of the city. And that way I can pinpoint points of crime and of crime. That's my job. I stop crime. I stop crime. And I want to pinpoint all this. I want to have enough information so I can pinpoint all of them before they really get going, and I can put a stop to them. That's the plan.
That's the plan. Okay, so I'm zooming out a little bit for our viewers here. Here we got all of the region. And we got Robur is very much in the middle of what is currently like my revealed part of the world. This peninsula that is Chaldeus, Gurmod, and Pali.
There's a quarter of the world.
It is about a quarter of this continent that we're on. Which is, the whole continent is about the size of like Germany plus the Benelux area-ish. So Pali is like...
That's an island. It's a big-ass island.
It's a big-ass island, yeah. It is a big-ass island. But it's like, function is a bit of a continent because of the whole mist lore. You have... and this area is, of course, the size of like South Germany then. Is all of these three places together. So you got like Gurmod would be like the Black Cake Forest. I don't know, Black Forest Cake, something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I watched that season of Jetlag.
What?
I said I watched that season of Jetlag.
We did watch that season of Jetlag, didn't we? Yeah. As a region, so let's talk a little bit about like some things that are going on, right? In Robur, some things that you learn about taking up this position, like the big picture stuff, is that trade on the river has been very much problematic as of late. Around that lake, Lake Gladys, that you have to pass through to take the river route up to Cagium, which used to be very, very beneficial. There's a lot of monsters on the river north of Lake Gladys right now. There's a lot of lizard men, there's a lot of, what are those frog people called again? It starts with a B. Anyway, there's the frog guy that starts with a B, who in the Monsters Manual, we learned during one of the recent sessions with David, are canonically fascist. It's in their text.
Yes. I know what you guys are talking about. I'm trying to remember. Frog race, D&D.
They're great. Oh yeah, bullywugs.
Bullywugs. Oh, that's not who I was thinking about. Yeah.
Here's a bullywug.
I was thinking of Grung. Grung?
Oh, grungs? Yeah, grungs are a bit different. They're poisonous.
Yeah,
bullywugs are not
they're poisonous. But also, they are also fascists.
Yeah, here's the quote. It goes, more intelligent than frogs, all bullywugs live in organized and semi-organized socially fascist groups. It's great. And then it goes on to say that in bullywug society, women have no rights. It's such a great text from the 80s, man. It's wonderful.
That's awesome.
But yeah, they're disgusting frogs. So frogs and lizard men are both living on the north side of this, and it's making a bit of a problem.
The north side of the lake?
North side of the lake and the river that goes north to Cagium there. The river that goes down to Rubur is mostly calm. The other problem is that you have these druids, right, who live in these their own little society groups out in the woods, and they consider Lake Gladys to be this holy place. And so, and druids are antisocial and they're bad for social order because they believe that cities are evil, you know? Like, cities shouldn't exist, and so they're known to harm cities in some different ways. And cut off trade is something they love to do. And so they're also causing a bit of problem. And then you have this cult that has been reported about a little bit. A cult of Ugadai. Now, Ugadai is a god. And it is perfectly normal for some people to worship Ugadai. But if you worship Ugadai, god of chaos, you know, it's a little bit sus. He in some ways, he is the god of humanity. He is humans' gods. He is the god said to have created humanity once upon a time. But it's also, like, seen as not that good to, like, keep him as your number one god. That's a little bit sus sometimes. People don't consider that super trustworthy.
It's like being Wiccan.
What?
It's like being Wiccan.
I guess. I don't know what that actually is like. I don't know too much about the Wiccans. But anyway, these people, a cult that follows Ugadai, because they are, just like druids are exiled from society, and so they have to make their own little groups. Groups very dedicated to Ugadai can also be seen as just bad for society, so they make their own little groups outside of it. And they've been taking up home around, like, the west side of the lake, around here. And the druids and the Ugadai followers don't really get along. They're not good friends. And so there's a little bit of a war happening between, you know, it takes some different forms. It's not super clear, but there's a lot of conflict around this lake right now that you as a viewer can see some hints of if you watch the first session of Rio Dawn. So that's going on, and it's making trade on the river very difficult right now. Not a lot of boats are coming down, which means that there's more travel on the road from Cagium by Valles and Ventus and then down through the forest there. The problem is it's a lot slower. It's also more dangerous than river used to be, because right here, where the road crosses through the forest, that is also druid land, and so druids have been known to cause trouble for transports around there. There are these illusions set up where some people get lost, which is causing a big problem, and it's believed that there are druids behind this who are attacking the road with illusionary stuff. And so this is all going on. This is like your close politics. Ryad is having a little bit of a problem as well right now. About 2 weeks ago, the son of the Master of Deer in Ryad disappeared. And Following this, there have been some developments.
It sounds so mysterious when you say it, but I know that he was just killed by a badger.
He disappeared in the woods while he was investigating a serial murder.
Yeah.
And following this, there have been more serial murders down in Ryad that are ramping up with a lot of symbolism. People are now showing up corpses with horns on them. Like, this is not a Pluto reference. I just realized I said that while I was saying. I was like, shit, this is like Pluto. It's not like Pluto. It's just the same thing for different reasons, probably.
It's Muhammad. He's doing it.
No, it's Sadar or whatever. Anyway,
No, Sadar was the victim.
True. Maybe that's true here too. Anyway, in the outlying farms, pretty much anyone who's involved in any kind of like animal keeping, hunting, there's more and more people showing up dead, and there's a bunch of ritualistic stuff around them. Some people are blaming druids, some people are blaming the elves. There's a lot of things going on there. And there's some fear of this spreading up into Riot proper and up into more the up towards Robur. So that's something that you learn about. There's also been some movement among the Hobgoblin tribes up in that mountain, where the Hobgoblin tribes that usually used to rob people and like attack people on the travel from Robur to Ryad over land, they have moved to the other side of the mountain and have fled from like, they're now here. They used to be here. And the road has gotten safer, but everyone's a little bit worried about why they've all abandoned that area. That's another thing that's going on.
Interesting. I like how you're setting up all these hooks, and I'm like, damn, I can just go finish David's first campaign.
These are all the plot hooks I set up for William's session 2, yeah. That's very true.
I can go steal all William's shit. That'd be funny.
Yeah. In QSOL... So QSOL
actually,
has...
question.
Yeah.
Question, though. Back up. So what is, like, the tangible effects of all of this shit on Ryad? Other than, like, random farmers dying.
Instability, loss of income from the farms. There could potentially be a food shortage and require a lot more food imports to Ryad, which would be expensive.
Yeah. What's
and
winter
of course,
like around here? I actually don't think I asked.
Winter here is pretty nice.
No
It's chilly, but it's not, like, bad. We are coming up on winter.
Is farming still possible in winter? I know, that's why I'm asking.
Is farming still possible in, like, southern France in winter? I don't imagine so. I don't think so. I think it's still quite... This place is still quite seasonal. But it basically functions like southern France, northern Italy is what Chaldeus is like, for the most part.
I mean, northern Italy can absolutely farm the winter.
No, they can? Okay.
I'm sure it can. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I think that's more because water.
Italy. Farm in the winter.
There's also modern farms can also farm more in the winter because you have crops from all over the world, some of which do better in winter, and you can just grow those in the winter. That's a thing that people do in more mild seasonal areas. I know in the real world, but I don't know if like we would have.
It seems that there are some crops that can farm in the winter, specifically hardy crops like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But most things like fruit and stuff is mostly a summer. So there's a seasonality to it, but you can still do some things in the winter.
Yeah, I knew that was the case in the real world. I'm just wondering if that's the case here. Like, do we have access
this
to
place is modeled after the temperate of those places, so. That's
right,
but
here. That wasn't always possible in those places though, because they didn't always have all.
It's new technology stuff. Yeah.
No, it's not new technology. It's globalization of crops.
Oh yeah.
It's like hardier crops from Asia and America are now available in Europe, and we can grow those in the winter.
Then I'd say it's very little. They can probably grow something in the winter, but not much.
Okay. So a food shortage would be really, really bad because winter's coming in.
Surplus. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to determine.
Yeah, it will be bad.
Okay. Interesting. That's all my questions. You can move on to whatever you're going to talk about next.
Oh yeah. You have QSOL in this region. QSOL is a big exporter from this Bay Area. QSOL has a big mine that has a lot of income from it. It has some pretty like rich stuff in it. Some pretty more rare stuff. Like, it got some rubies, it's got some gold. It's finer mining stuff. It's not just copper and iron and stuff. This is high quality, high value stuff that comes out of Qzol. And so, quite a bit of it needs to be transported to Robur and then brought north up to Cagium. Whereas some other things of it is being shipped out on the ocean. Now, suppose that it's supposed to go to Roopsfort, which is and to Sulani. Those are like the places that it's intended to be transported to, because that's still in Chaldeus. But there is a little bit of a problem right now that some people are definitely like exporting from Qzol and bringing it to rival countries, and that's something that is a growing problem. Probably because those countries are at war, so they're more willing to pay for things that are potentially used in magic or used for good smithing of high quality weapons and stuff. Those countries will pay more for higher quality things, and especially good steel as well.
So what's the process here? Like, ships are just lying about where they're going?
Yeah, they're like,
After they
we're
pick up?
exporting this, and then they're set free to export, and you can't really control where they go.
Yeah, you're like, we're taking this to Roopsport, and they leave, and they don't go to Roopsport. That's
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
happening?
And it's more sort of like, this might not be a problem for Robur, but Cagium is kind of breathing down the neck of Robur, like, hey, you gotta get this under control.
Yeah, okay.
That's one thing that's going on.
Here's a question. Who are the other, like, really influential people in Robur? So there's the Countess.
Yep.
There's Agnes. There's the clerics.
Yeah,
of,
we got the two
two-
clerics, two Violet
two-
and Shock.
Yeah. I guess I'll ask for the update on the other temple later.
That's still being
Yeah,
worked
like-
on. They gotta
Yeah.
travel to Cagium, it's gotta travel back. It's a slow process.
Okay. So there's like the two clerics. There's the Countess. There's Agnes, now Master at Arms. Is there any other like influential people in the city?
Ark Gregory is a pretty
Gregory,
important
of
person.
course. Yeah.
I mean, Roderick's dad, his name was Lange. Lange is the biggest farmer in the outlying villages. He is quite rich and influential. He's probably the most powerful merchant in the area, for sure. And then you got some petty nobles. You got some smaller noble families around here that I haven't named yet, but they do exist and they're pretty important. They hire a lot of people. They might own some of those places, like Hungry Croc House is probably owned by a noble if you go up a bit, you know.
Got it. Okay.
You saw some of them in the court when you were knighted.
Oh sure. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. That's all interesting. I think I have to leave pretty soon, but I would like to go do some interrogations before the session ends.
Great. Our currently 32-minute session.
Our 32-minute session.
We've actually been playing for an hour and 49 minutes, so...
Yes.
God damn it.
What a sad state of affairs. Anyway.
Yeah.
So it is now Saturday. So like probably Saturday. It's
Sure.
I gave my speech Friday night.
Yep.
And it's Saturday the 13th of September.
Yeah.
So they've been sitting there for like 3 days. And I go down to talk to them.
1 second, I'm just writing down some stuff. Cool. Who do you want to talk to? You go up to Bobby. You ask him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this happened off camera now, I guess. Bobby is the new promoted dungeon master. No, wait.
Yeah,
He's not getting my job. He's the master of the dungeons of the city.
I talked to Bobby the Dungeon Master, and I say, "Can you please ban Wada?" I say, "Hey Bobby, how you handling the new duties?"
It's a lot to keep track of, but I think I can handle it. They sure are talky though.
Who's talky?
All of them. They're clanging on their cells. They're talking to each other. They're complaining. This is a loud bunch you brought in.
Have they been saying anything interesting?
Um,
What have they been saying?
they're mostly arguing with each other. A bunch of the men are mad at this one guy, and this one guy is mad at this other guy, and we've had to rearrange their cells a bunch so they don't start fighting each other.
All right. So who's mad at who?
Well, everyone's mad at Roderick. They say that he's gonna get let out and that he set them all up and he's not gonna be in trouble. That he's just here for show.
Mm-hmm.
Roderick is mad at this guy called Spike for being bad at his job. Apparently, he's blaming him a lot, and also for not fighting. And he's also mad at the men for not reading the situation better and grabbing all the weapons and having a better fight of it. And then they're saying that they were outnumbered and they couldn't really do something like that. And someone's saying that it was Roderick's plan and that he didn't prepare well. And they're all just blaming each other. We've had one fist fight between two of the guys who took different sides in this, but we split them up. And Roderick's on his own and Spike's on his own.
All right. This is good. I'm gonna go talk to Spike to start off.
Well, they're all out in the corridor where there's open cells, so you'll have to take him out of his cell and I guess into my room if you want to talk to him one-on-one.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Oh yeah, I'll send some men and they can escort him.
Yeah, go get him for me and bring him here.
Yeah. You have a Spike brought to Bobby's room, where Spike is sat down on a little stool. You're sitting in Bobby's desk.
We're in classic interrogation room moment.
Yeah. And let's do some dungeon music for that, shall we? Because we're still on being knighted music.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But Spike sits down. Ugh. What do you want?
Me? Well, actually, I came here to ask what you want. So you're in a pretty bad situation, Spike.
I want Roderick. That guy set me up.
He set you up?
Of course he did. We walk out.
What do you mean?
You're right there. You think I'm stupid?
Mm-hmm.
It's all a big setup.
Okay. No, I agree with you, Spike.
See? Ha!
Roderick thinks,
I knew it!
Roderick thinks that he's going to get out of here. And that's why I need your help. I need your help. I need you to tell me the truth about why Mother Clara, what's her name?
Mother Clara?
Why did you kill Mother Clara?
Roderick told me to.
But why?
I don't know. She was in our way or something. That's all I got to know. Me and this guy, he was showing me the ropes, right? We were setting up there, testing the waters a whole bunch of times, and then suddenly he's gone. No, testing what? Like, we were scouting out a location, right?
Okay, gotcha.
And then he's gone, and I don't know, like, okay, he gets arrested, right? Because we make a mistake. We spring this one girl, halfling, eating bread, in the corridor where Mother Clara walks every day. We get her, right? And it was the wrong girl. How were we supposed to know? And then my partner gets himself arrested, and then I don't know what's going on. And Roderick just says, well, you gotta go to her and finish the job, right? So I go to her and I finish the job.
Who's your partner that got arrested?
Mickey? Of course. I thought you knew that.
Huh. Well, he got me good, didn't he? Well, we'll get him in a sign. So Mickey got arrested after you guys killed Rye.
Yeah,
And
that
then you went
idiot
back
kept
to
a
the
sword
bar.
in his home.
Yeah. All right. And Roderick told you to do this, and he sent you back. Why did he give you his dagger?
I didn't have one.
You didn't have a dagger? You're a crook with no dagger?
Look, I'm newer to this, okay? Like, and you look him over, and he's clearly a young guy. Like, Spike is 18, 19, right?
I thought this was like 30. I thought
He's,
this was
he's really
I just don't-
big. He's big and built, but he's a young guy. He's like
Okay.
a high school quarterback or something. I don't know, linebacker.
Linebacker. Yeah.
He's a really big but young guy. He goes, look,
Yeah, okay.
I'm new to this. You know how much a dagger costs? That's like a gold, man. I didn't have one, and I said that I didn't trust some iron stick to kill a cleric, and he told me that with a finely crafted blade like that, I could kill a cleric, and so I did. Who gives a shit? It's
Right.
some halfling bitch.
Now tell me about the people who've been showing up in the water, the poly sailors. Did you kill any of them?
A few, sure.
Tell me more about that.
Same shit, really. They've been encroaching on our turf.
Your turf how?
Well, they were selling food, you know, where we run the taverns, and it was bad for business. It was a conflict.
Now that because Roderick's father supplies your guys' food.
A lot of it, yeah.
Yeah. You ever met with him?
I've seen him around. Not in no position to talk to the man.
Got it.
Look, man, I got nothing to win here. I understand. My head's gonna be in a stick. I got an offer for you. You know, I know I didn't have no dagger, but I swing it real good. If you send me out to some front line, I'll serve good. Promises. I can be a soldier. Send me to Arkham for all I care. Holding off those desert bugs or whatever. Just... I know I ain't started off on a good side. I can't honestly say that I have too much issue with what I did either. I'm not... That's just how I am, but... I swears it, I can be of good use to you. It's not like the county's never killed nobody.
Well, I'll think about it. Tell me a few more things, and I'll bring it up with someone with a bit more authority than me. I'm just a lowly guard.
No, guess you are.
Now listen. Did Roger tell you to kill the poly sailors? Just stick a random one in the back whenever you saw one? What was the process there?
No, it was, well, Roderick told me to kill some, but it wasn't just like whoever I saw. I was given names, and we would talk to them and find out who they were, and we'd invite them to meetings, and then we jump them from the sides.
Okay. And why did they show up? I had a theory that it might have had to do with pig intestines, maybe.
Yeah, we were tying it up
is
with
that how
that
you did
on
it?
rocks.
Because he tied it to some rocks.
Yeah.
In like the top of the darks, and then they would
Sometimes
decompose
we drop them with some rocks and pig intestines. Sometimes we put them in there when the tide's low. They float up after the fishes eat the intestines. Fishes love that shit.
And this is all Roderick's idea?
Yeah. He told us to do it this way. He said that everyone would blame the gods and no one would think of us.
Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't until I came along.
Well, I never thought it was a good idea anyway, but he kept insisting on it. I figured if people just go missing, we toss them out in the woods, let the druids eat them, you know? They do that stuff, right?
Never met one.
Yeah, me neither.
I got one more question for you.
What?
You ever met or heard of Archwizard Gregory?
I heard of him, sure. He's some big guy in a tower, right?
You ever met him? Roger ever do any business with him that you knew about?
Not that I knew about.
You know any other wizards? Or any other wizards?
I don't know no wizards.
Okay.
Unless you're a wizard.
And then I pull out the paper. What about this paper? Roger had it. You seen it before?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Do you know where he got it? Why he had it?
Nah. He'd bring it with him every now and then. He kept it under a rock on his desk.
He's had it around for a while?
Yeah, it would always be under a rock on his desk, and there were some other men who had some too. Some of those men you stabbed in the back. Again, he had a heavy rock. It was like hand-sized, and he put it on top of the paper on his desk, and then he lifted up and bring the paper with him whenever he went up for, well, every now and then. I don't know when.
Interesting. All right, Spike. We'll take you back to your cell. I'm gonna get Roderick. Don't you worry. He's not leaving this place alive.
He ain't? Haha! Oh, I'm gonna love the look on his face when I tell him that.
No, don't tell him that yet. I want to get some info out of him. Wait till tomorrow.
What's in it for me?
Do you want me to talk to somebody? Make sure you don't die in here?
You can promise that?
I can promise.
You
I'll
see,
try.
if I'm gonna die anyway, seeing Roderick's face turn white is worth a whole lot to me.
And you can see his face turn white tomorrow. You can be the one to tell him. I'm not telling him today. I need to ask him some questions before he knows he's going to die.
Well, I'm gonna need to promise them.
I promise I'll try. I'll do everything I can. You have my word.
Right. Why don't you give me a charisma check as well on that? Let's have that be contested.
Oh no. How does this work for a contested roll?
It's whoever succeeds with a higher roll. I'm gonna roll him a charisma stat as well to make this as fair as possible.
Ooh, I failed.
You failed, but you didn't fail badly. He failed worse than you.
Fantastic.
No, wait. No, wait. He passed. I read his stat wrong. He rolled 16 charisma on his stat.
What?
Yeah, Spike has 16
He has
charisma.
16 charisma?
Yep. He rolled 5, 6, 5 on his stat. And he rolled a 10 on the check, so he passes. So he's not too impressed by you. He doesn't think you're all that. He snoffs and goes,
Alright, that's fine.
I'll try as well.
Alright, I just won't give him the chance. I'll grab Bobby, and I'll just say, just put him in a cell as far away from Roger as you can.
Scumbag. Alright. Bobby leads him out.
Send him off. And then I'm going to pull in Roderick.
You pull in Roderick. Roderick comes in. Oh, yeah, I gotta write down Spike's charisma, by the way, because that's a big roll. Yeah, that's a stat I thought Roderick would have, maybe, you know?
16 charisma? 16 charisma on Spike is crazy.
Dice stock, man. And I think I did a good character for him, so I think it works, you know? He's got a big head on his shoulders, and he can express himself. Let's just say most of that is an intimidation, right? He's imposing. He's a guy you remember having met after the day's over.
Yeah.
Roderick comes in. I hear your name,
Mr.
Samuel.
Roger. That's how I introduce myself. But let me reintroduce myself. You're a important businessman. I wouldn't want to give off the wrong impression. I hold my hand. Captain Kel Samuel, at your service.
What happened to Agnes?
She's now the master at arms for the Countess.
Yeah. Fits her, I guess. She always knew how to swing a sword better than she did know how to run a guard.
Mm-hmm. Well, unfortunately for you, now I'm here.
Yeah. What, your story's similar? You're some kind of war hero?
No. Now, Roderick.
Me neither.
Tell me. Why did you have Spike kill Clara?
What you know about Clara?
What do you mean, what do I know?
What do you know about Clara?
I know that you had Mickey and Spike try to kill her. They fucked up. They killed the nice woman Rye. And then we arrested Mickey. He flipped on you. Then Spike killed Clara. And then we traced that dagger back to you. I mean, pretty open and shut case.
God damn dagger, huh?
Your personal dagger in the back of a cleric, and I let you have it. I let you have it back, and you didn't see it. You didn't think a single thing was suspicious about that. I let you have your dagger back, and I caught you with it.
I didn't think it was suspicious. That's why I was leaving town. I was gonna be out of your hair, and now you gonna made everything worse.
That's what you think.
That's what I know.
So that's what I know. I think things are going to be very bad for you unless you tell me why you killed Clara.
Why I did it, huh? Oh, why I had Spike do it.
Well, here's the thing, Roderick. You call Spike an idiot, but I don't think that you're very intelligent either. I don't believe for 1 second that you thought up this whole plan by yourself. Killing the poly sailors because your father's prices were going down and he wanted to have a bigger cut of the profits. I don't think you're smart enough for that. So I want to know who helped you do this? Who told you to kill Clara? And why you did it?
Look, man, I'm a gangster. Territory's worth a whole lot to me. And, I don't envy you too much. Now you're dealing with a power vacuum. We'll see how that turns out for you.
It won't be a problem.
You say that. You have no idea how much we did to keep these masses down, did you?
You think you have so much power, but you are a small fish in a small pond. I see more than you ever did.
Well, with such good eyes on you, you should know why I did it. But I have no interest in telling you. I'm under no illusion that I can strike a deal with you. I'm under no imagination that I can earn anything from it. And my loyalties go deep, so...
Loyalties to who, Roderick?
To my people, who I've helped greatly.
Father? To Gregory? Your people will not be furthered by you...
Who I've helped greatly, he said.
Yeah. The people you've helped greatly will not be furthered by the fact that you're in prison right now, about to be executed.
Well...
You tell me now, and that will help them greatly. By making sure that I can keep them out of trouble.
You're a funny one. You can keep them out of trouble? Oh yeah, go ahead.
I will.
Tell me this.
You tell me why you did it.
Tell me this. How'd you find out we were leaving town?
I hate to tell you this, Roderick. You're not exactly subtle.
We gather up 6 caravans. We send up a shipment of ale to Ignalia. I bring only my closest men. This felt subtle enough.
Yeah, but everyone in town knew about it. You pulled your closest men off from their positions. The entire east part of the city was in an uproar. They had no idea what was going on.
Maybe you are more intelligent than Agnes after all, aren't you? Or at least more of a sleuth. It's gonna be sad not seeing how this turns out. But it ain't my role to play. I did my best by my people. I tried to get him out of here before things got worse. And trust me, it's gonna get worse.
If you care about me, if you care about them, you'll help me stop it from getting worse.
There's not many of them left to care about, are there?
There's still people in that town.
Yep. I was
I
already
know
willing
you
to leave
type.
those behind once before.
I know you types. You guys think of yourself as leaders, as chieftains. You see that part of the city as your territory. And you wouldn't want to see it harmed even if you're gone.
So, what you gonna do? Round up every shopkeep, street urchin, and maid man on the east side of Robur? Put them all against the wall and stab them until someone squeaks the magic words you wish to hear about who's truly behind it all? Gosh, you'll have 50 suspects all pointed out as the mastermind before you're done interrogating everyone. Here's what I know. I saw a problem. I went about fixing it. We had if we're gonna help our people, we need to make some income. That income gets jeopardized. We deal with it. Now, we make allies in doing business. Nothing like that is a secret, but who my allies are, who I'm working together with for a common goal. Now, I don't know about you, but where I come from, we work on a code of honor. Now, I still got a shred of that left, even if you stick me in a pile of dung and threaten to cut my head off.
Well, you have more in a backbone than I thought, Roger. But tell me at least this.
I like someone.
Please. Why Clara? It's the one thing that doesn't fit for me.
It's not about who Clara was. It's about what she was saying. Sometimes annoying people get the wrong ideas in others' heads. It's that simple. Anyone else you're curious about?
Arnold? I kind of assumed you just killed him because he was annoying.
Nah.
Remember him?
We thought Arnold could be useful. Turned out that motherfucker cared about the law. More than he cared about his own head. So we took the head off. Well, we tried to. Didn't get a clean cut. And then hung on. So we stuck him in the deepest end. Figured it would hide the damage the most.
Alright.
We offered him a deal. He didn't take it.
What have I thought? Gregory. You done business with him?
Gregory? Who does business with that annoying sod?
Well, you know him well enough to know that he's annoying.
Everyone does. He's a wizard. They're all annoying.
What's this? And I pull out the paper.
That? Personal item of affection. Stuff like that's rare,
It's
you
magical.
know? Yes, it is.
What does it do?
Well, That's gonna be a fun puzzle for you, Captain.
All right. I'll let him go.
He laughs as he heads out. Captain. He walks out.
More of a backbone than I thought he did.
I gave him a morale check. Not today, but last session. And I'm sticking by it.
All right. We can skip over some stuff, but basically, I mean, I'll see what I can do about Spike's request. Like, do I have the authority to be like, yeah, I can send some prisoner soldiers?
You
down
have
this way?
authority over punishment in general. If you want... Now, you have authority over punishment, but do know that how you punish people speaks to your reputation. So,
Yes.
if you abolish the death penalty because you want to go Libby on everyone, you probably won't have your position for very long.
I'm not going to do that.
Right. But if you want to send someone to, like, a frontier camp to be a soldier, that you can do that. But if you do that often, and then the people you send start killing other soldiers and causing trouble in the camps, then the countess is going to be breathed down your neck. So you got to exercise judgment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, you can punish anyone you want, however you want.
Yeah.
There's no court. You are jury, judge, and executioner.
I'm going to grant Spike's request. Send him to the worst fucking frontier piece of shit lib.
Right. He's going to Arkham then. That is what Caldi is considered the shitty frontier. It's right on the border to the desert. It's a cold desert. And there's a whole bunch of desert people up there who keep trying to raid across the border hills.
Yeah, Spike can have that. Only because he was extremely cooperative. Even though I think that he's a piece of shit no matter what.
He has absolutely no remorse.
Everybody else is going to the gallows.
Alright. Great. You expedite this, or do you let it run down bureaucratically?
Nah, I'll expedite it. I don't want Roger's father trying to interfere. I want Roger basically dead tomorrow.
Okay. Roderick tomorrow? On Saturday the 13th?
No, it is Saturday the 14th right now. So tomorrow is Sunday the 14th.
You get knighted Thursday the 4th. No, it's Thursday the 11th.
Yep. And then I slept, and then Friday I did all of my administration, to give my speech in the evening, and then Saturday morning I talked to I did the interrogations.
Oh, you did a Friday? I have no note of you going to bed at night. I have you getting knighted and talking to Akko and then Pontus right away. And then Friday says interrogate.
No, I went to bed after. Yeah,
you went to bed after getting knighted. Okay.
Yeah, I got knighted, and then I like hung around the party for like most of the day, I assumed. And so I'm like, okay. After that, I go home, I like figure out like my personal stuff, and then I went to bed. And then the next day, I did all of the administration stuff. Interrogations of Spike and Roderick.
So it's a Sunday execution then.
14th of September. Sunday execution.
Roderick and Spike. Great. And then we got executions. Well, let's play out executions next session, then, shall we?
Sure. Yeah. I don't think we really need to play them out that much. We can.
Depends.
Unless
we might not play them too much. We might play them more. I might need to roll some dice for that. I'll figure that out.
Shit might go crazy. Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Combat during the
let's do XP.
Yeah.
So we said that we would hold off on your story XP until you get knighted. Is what I thought, but I said until next session. But I wanted to knight you first because getting knighted is a good reason to get story XP.
Yep.
It's a good point here, and in general, otherwise, there's not that much that we need to cover. Where's my DMG? There's my DMG.
Up your ass.
We learned a lot about asses today, didn't we? What movie are you watching?
I'm gonna have them watch Hot Wheels World Race.
What the fuck?
Well, actually, me and Hollow are having Herpes watch Hot Wheels Rolls Race.
Alright. If I can take a
Which
shit
is,
first, I'll join you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I know that there's in the DMG there's an entire chapter called Experience, and yet I can never find it. Okay. Let's keep the dungeon music going. I really like this dungeon track that I had now.
It's good.
It's
Yeah.
it's apparently supposed to be for Wild West confrontations. And that's why there's a horse noise in the background. But
Yeah.
I still like it.
Absolutely.
Okay, we got no combat XP. We got no special abilities. We got no treasure obtained. Because that was salary. Player has a clever idea.
I think making Akko Lieutenant Akko and expanding my captainry was a clever idea.
Sure, take 50 for that.
Thank you.
Um,
I'm gonna round myself up to 51 for that, so that I have a even number.
Sure, you can have 51 experience for that. Character role.
I can't
Player
roleplay
roleplays his
that,
character
so-
well. I thought that was really good today. There was a lot of good roleplay today. Let's take 150 for that.
Okay.
And then just take a clean 1,000 for finishing up the Roderick plotline, getting knighted, and all that stuff.
Fantastic.
And that means we level, right?
Yes, we level.
Great. We played one whole session, level 3. Cool.
That means I can make Hide and Shadows 50. I have another 15. I'm going to go Detect Noise. I'm going to put up to 70.
Cool. You actually get some other stuff here as well.
Oh, cool. This is level 4, correct?
Yes, level 4. Let's see here. Let's go to chapter 5. You get a weapon proficiency and a non-weapon proficiency.
Oh.
Now, you are a little bit limited, right? For weapon proficiencies, I'm pretty willing to give you whatever you want. For non-weapon proficiencies, you are limited to things that make sense for your character and that you can justify with the experience you've gained in these 4 levels. What have you actually been getting better at?
Sure. I have to look at the list of again. Can I take Dagger?
You can take Dagger. That makes a lot of sense.
I'll take Dagger.
That allows you to just put that up to the same as the other. You can put your Dagger up to the same as your Cestus then. In terms of 2 hits.
I don't have a Dagger.
Right, but like, if you get you can get a Dagger.
Yeah.
You can requisition
sure.
a Dagger easily.
I can requisition.
You can take
sure.
Roderick's Dagger.
I can go back and find one of those magic daggers.
I think it was like a sword, a wand, and
was it not sword of one and a dagger, or am I crazy?
I don't know if it was a dagger. I'm not sure.
I don't remember. Anyway,
I have notes of it somewhere.
I need to go to regalgoblins.com and find the toolbox. Is it in here?
It says
No.
2E rules.
2E rules.
Yeah, it's let's see here.
2E basic rule set?
Yes, that is the standardized rules. Because the other one
okay,
is his modifications.
Alright, and then I'm looking for Player's Handbook.
Yeah, chapter 5.
Proficiencies?
Yes. And then it's
Proficiencies.
non-weapon
training?
proficiencies 2.
What's okay?
Because 1 is a different system for doing non-weapon proficiencies. We're
And
using
then I'm
system
looking
2.
at table 37.
Yes. Table 37 is exactly it. Yeah.
All right, I can get one number. So I got one more slot. Is what you're telling me?
Yes, you got one more slot for NWPs.
Can I? It takes double slots for a thing that I'm not in, right?
Yep.
I want to take a warrior. It's a double
General
slot, so
and rogue is what you can pay normal for.
Yeah. Can I save a slot until next time I get a slot?
Yes, you
Is that
can.
an option? Okay. I'll think about it. but I'm probably not going to do that. Agriculture, animal handling, animal training, artistic ability, blacksmithing, brewing, carpentry, cobbling, cooking, dancing, direction sense, etiquette.
You
Fire
could take
building,
an etiquette proficiency. I'd totally allow that for this progression.
That would make a lot of sense. Heraldry, languages.
Heraldry would also make sense. You made some heraldry checks non-proficiently that you succeeded on. So
yeah,
I'll allow
use,
that.
seamanship, seamstress, singing, sonnery, swimming, weather sense, weaving. Ancient history, appraising. What do I have? I have local history, reading, writing, tumbling.
Oh, you have tumbling. Okay.
Forgery, gaming, gem cutting, juggling, jumping, local history, musical instrument, set snares, tightrope, tumbling, ventriloquism. I think I'll take etiquette.
Okay, cool. You want to click it to see what it actually involves?
I assume. Proper forms of behavior is dress required in many different situations, especially those involving nobility and persons of rank. Thus, the character will know the correct title to use when dressing a duke. Proper steps of ceremony, greeting, visiting diplomats. Yeah, it lets me diplomacy with fucking fancy pants assholes.
Gestures to avoid in the presence of dwarves. That's so funny.
That's awesome.
It's like in England, you don't do the fucking two-finger thing, you know?
Yeah. Alright, I got etiquette. I took it.
Yeah, great. Perfect.
Alright, I think that's it. HP. I throw a d6.
Yes, roll me a d6 for HP.
You good? Fuck. I had one good one, and then it's all shitty from there.
Go to 13 HP.
And that's everything. I got my I added my skills, and then I added a proficiency, and then
wait. Let's do something here so that we can equalize your thing with David's character. What are your non-weapon proficiencies? Read them up to me once more.
My non-weapon proficiencies?
Yeah.
Reading and writing.
Literacy.
Local history. Tumbling.
Yeah.
And etiquette.
Etiquette. Cool. Now they're in your little character box thing for the stream.
Fantastic.
Etiquette. Alright, thank you everyone for watching half a session of Irondice mode. So sorry about the technical difficulties once again. Thank you, Timmy, for playing an entire session of Irondice mode. That was fun. And we'll see each other again in around about a week or so. Alright, toodaloo.